It's Sunday morning, and Emily steps into her small church, the familiar scent of wood polish and old hymnals wrapping around her like a warm hug. She's been coming here since she was a little girl, clutching her grandma's hand as they lit candles together at the front, tiny flames flickering with prayers for hope, healing, or just a quiet thank you. Today, though, something feels different. As she walks past the candle stand, the glow catches her eye, but a knot twists in her stomach. She's heard whispers lately, online forums, a friend's heated rant, that lighting candles in church isn't just tradition, it's a sin. A chill creeps up her spine as she stares at those flames. What if everything she's believed about this simple act is wrong? What if the light she's trusted all these years is leading her astray? Emily slides into her pew, her mind racing. She's always loved the ritual, dipping the wick into the flame, watching it catch, whispering a prayer as the light dances. It's how she mourned her grandma's passing, how she celebrated her son's birth. But now, those whispers she's heard, they're louder. It's pagan, someone said. It's not in the Bible, another claimed. She pulls out her phone, scrolling for answers, when her eyes land on a verse, Matthew 5:16. Jesus said, "Let your light shine before others, that they may see your good deeds and glorify your Father in heaven." She pauses. Isn't that what the candles are? A light for God? But then, why does she feel so uneasy? Pastor Daniel steps to the pulpit, his voice steady. "Church," he says, "we're here to worship in spirit and truth. John 4:24 tells us that. Not in shadows, not in rituals, but in what's real." Emily's heart skips. Shadows? Rituals? Here's where it gets real, friends. Welcome to LWN. We're digging into a question shaking believers like Emily. Is lighting candles in church a sin? It's a truth C.S. Lewis hinted at, one they won't tell you, and it could flip how you see worship. If you're ready to uncover it, hit subscribe now and type "reveal it" in the comments. Trust me, Emily's story is about to hit you deep. You won't want to miss what's coming. Emily's mind flashes to C.S. Lewis, who wrote in The Four Loves, "We live in a world starved for solitude, silence, and private reflection." She wonders, has she been lighting candles for God or for herself? The thought stings, like a splinter she didn't know was there. She's always seen it as devotion, but what if it's just noise, a distraction from the truth? The service ends, and she lingers by the candle stand. She reaches for a match, her hand trembling, ready to light one out of habit. But she stops. Mrs. Clara, the church's oldest member, brushes past her, someone Emily's always admired for her quiet faith. "Mrs. Clara, why do you do it?" she asks. The older woman smiles, but there's a flicker of sadness in her eyes. "It's how I talk to him," she says softly. Emily nods, but the knot in her stomach tightens. What if Mrs. Clara's wrong too? Pause 2 seconds, lower voice for intensity. What if the truth about these candles isn't what anyone expects? If Emily's struggle is stirring something in you, type "search me" in the comments. Let's ask God to show us what's real together. Because Emily's about to uncover a twist that'll shake her faith to its core. Emily stands frozen by the candle stand, the match still in her hand, its unlit tip trembling between her fingers. Mrs. Clara's words echo in her mind. "It's how I talk to him." But that knot in her stomach won't loosen. The flames flicker in front of her, each one a memory, a prayer, a piece of her faith. She's always thought they brought her closer to God, but now, with those whispers about sin ringing in her ears, she's not so sure. She drops the match into her pocket and steps back, her breath shaky. Pastor Daniel's voice from the sermon cuts through her thoughts. Worship in spirit and truth, not in shadows, not in rituals. Her eyes dart to the candles. Shadows, rituals. The doubt digs deeper, and she wonders, has she been chasing a lie all this time? She slips out of the church, the morning sun too bright against her racing thoughts. At home, she digs through her bookshelf, pulling out her worn copy of the Screwtape Letters by C.S. Lewis. She flips to a page she's underlined before. The humans live in time, but our enemy destines them to eternity. He wants them to attend chiefly to two things, to eternity itself, and to that point of time, which they call the present. Eternity, the present. Emily's heart sinks. Lighting candles, it's always felt like a moment of connection, a way to reach God. But what if it's pulling her away from him instead? What if it's a shadow she's mistaken for light? She grabs her Bible next, flipping to Matthew 6:6, where Jesus says, "When you pray, go into your room, close the door, and pray to your Father who is unseen. Then your Father, who sees what is done in secret, will reward you." The words sting like cold water on her face. Jesus didn't mention candles, altars, or flames, just a quiet, unseen moment with God. Emily's mind spins. She's lit candles in church to feel him, to honor him. But what if that's not what he wants? What if the act itself, so beautiful to her, is a wall between her and the truth? The thought hits her hard, and she slumps onto her couch, staring at the ceiling. But then, a memory flashes. Last Christmas, when she lit a candle for her son's health after he'd been so sick. She'd knelt by the stand, tears streaming, and felt a peace wash over her like a blanket. It wasn't just habit, it was real. Or was it? She bolts upright, her pulse racing. What if that peace wasn't from God? What if something else was there, whispering comfort to keep her lighting those flames? C.S. Lewis warned about this in The Problem of Pain. We are not merely imperfect creatures who must be improved. We are rebels who must lay down our arms. Rebels. The word sticks. Has she been rebelling without knowing it, clinging to a ritual when God's asking for her heart? Emily's eyes fill with tears as she stares at the little candle on her coffee table, a leftover from that Christmas. She reaches for it, ready to toss it away, when her phone buzzes. It's a text from Mrs. Clara. "Come back this afternoon. There's something I need to show you." Emily freezes. Mrs. Clara, with her gentle smile and flickering sadness. What does she know? What if the truth Emily's chasing is about to turn everything she believes upside down? If this is shaking something loose in you, type "lay it down" in the comments. Let's surrender our rituals to God together. Because Emily's about to face a revelation she never saw coming. Emily's hands tremble as she clutches her phone. Mrs. Clara's text glowing on the screen. "Come back this afternoon. There's something I need to show you." The little candle on her coffee table stares back at her, a silent witness to her spiraling thoughts. She's been wrestling all day. Those flames she's lit for years, the peace they brought, the whispers calling them sin. Matthew 6:6 still echoes in her mind. Pray to your Father, who is unseen. No candles, no rituals, just God. She's ready to let it go, to toss that candle and all it stands for, when she grabs her keys and heads back to the church. Something in Mrs. Clara's words pulls her, a thread of hope, or maybe a final unraveling. The church is quiet when she arrives, the pews empty, the candles stand dim. Mrs. Clara's waiting by the front, her frail hands holding an old, leather-bound journal. "Sit, Emily," she says, her voice soft but steady. Emily does, her heart pounding. Mrs. Clara opens the journal, revealing pages of cramped handwriting, prayers, dates, moments of joy and pain. "I've lit candles here for 60 years, she begins. "Every flame was a cry to him. When my husband died, when my daughter was lost, when I had nothing left." Emily's throat tightens. She knows that cry. But then Mrs. Clara's eyes harden. "A year ago I stopped. I heard him say, 'Clara, I don't need the light. I am the light.'" Emily blinks, stunned. Mrs. Clara, her rock, her picture of faith, stopped lighting candles. The older woman hands her the journal, pointing to a verse written in bold, John 8:12. Jesus said, "I am the light of the world. Whoever follows me will not walk in darkness, but will have the light of life." Mrs. Clara smiles, tears glinting. "I'd made the candles my bridge to him, but he was already here. The truth isn't that lighting them is a sin. It's that they're not the point. We don't need them to reach him, Emily. He's closer than we think." The weight of it crashes over Emily like a wave. She thinks of C.S. Lewis in Mere Christianity. We are half-hearted creatures, fooling about with lesser things when infinite joy is offered us. She'd been half-hearted too, clinging to flames when the true light was waiting. It's not about sin in the act. It's about where her heart's been. Has she been worshipping God? Or the glow? She looks at the candle stand, its wicks cold now, and feels a tear slip down her cheek. Not from doubt this time, but relief. She doesn't need the ritual. She never did. Mrs. Clara squeezes her hand. "Let it go, child. He's enough." Emily nods, a shaky laugh escaping her. She walks to the stand, not to light a candle, but to whisper, "Lord, you're my light. I don't need anything else." The church feels brighter somehow, alive with a warmth no flame could match. She's free, not from a sin, but from a shadow she'd built herself. And that's the truth they won't tell you. Lighting candles isn't the problem. It's thinking you need them to find him. Jesus didn't carry a torch to the cross. He carried the light inside him, and so do you. So, if Emily's journey is lighting something in your soul, type "He's enough" in the comments. Let's celebrate the light that never fades. And right now, take a breath and pray. "Lord, be my only light." Let go of the glow you've leaned on, because his presence is all you'll ever need. You're not lost in the dark. You're found in him. This next video is handpicked just for you. YouTube knows you'll love it. Or dive into this C.S. Lewis playlist for even deeper wisdom. And hey, don't leave without subscribing. Your journey has just begun.